in this video, I'm gonna show you how I set up Firefox. Okay, so this is the first time that I launch Firefox on this VM. So first thing I'm gonna do, we're gonna go to Better Fox GitHub, and then we're gonna go to here. Can show that. So I'm gonna copy this URL. Okay, now we're gonna open the terminal. We're gonna create the git, and then we're gonna cd into git, and then we git clone this repo, okay, with the name Better Fox. All right, so from now we're gonna cd into Better Fox. So remember this file over here, right? So and then we're gonna go to about profiles. Okay, I'm gonna create a new profile. Okay, it's gonna be here. All right, and in we click next, and in here I'm gonna enter my username. It's gonna be key2, whatever you want. All right, so we're gonna choose a new folder. I'm not gonna use this folder over here because it contains a random string. I don't know why is that. Okay, we're gonna choose a new folder. I'm gonna create a new folder named key2. Okay, and then open it. Okay, so our Firefox configs is gonna be here. Okay, and then finish. Now let's see. Okay, this profile is already the default profile. Okay, so now, so we're not gonna start Firefox yet. We're gonna do this ln-s, the current directory, and then user.js. all right, we're gonna make a link to home key2, your username, of course, .mozilla Firefox, the folder that you created for the Firefox user. Okay, and then press enter. Okay, we're gonna create a link from this user.js file to this directory. So now when we cd into that directory, right, .mozilla Firefox key2, you're gonna see user.js file, right? And then we read link user.js is gonna point to the original user.js file. Okay, so maybe in the future, if Better Fox has a update, we're gonna cd to home, cd git Better Fox, right? And then we git pull, all right? And then we update Better Fox, right? After that, we're gonna close this terminal. We're gonna start Firefox again. Okay, everything's so clean now. Okay, you don't have bucket, you don't have Firefox telemetry and stuff. Okay, so now I'm gonna right click here and we go to customize toolbar. Okay, I'm gonna remove as much things as I can. Okay, so we're gonna remove this space, remove the reload. If I want to reload, I can hit Control R, or maybe I just click here and I click reload. Okay, I don't need a symbol here. Okay, I don't need an icon here. Right now, I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna remove this spacer. I'm gonna remove this plus. Right, if I want to open a new tab, I'm gonna hit Control T. Dude, you have a shortcut. Okay, just press that. You don't need to reach for that little plus button over there. Right now. And then this, I'll never use this button over here, and I'm gonna move the download button up here and then hide when empty. Okay, I'm gonna make the UI as clean as possible. Okay, now this profile, I don't need it. Okay, I don't need the bookmark. Okay, I'm gonna have a video in the future where I show you how I use bookmark. Okay, so we're gonna hide the bookmark toolbar over here by hit Control Shift B. Okay, Control Shift B is gonna toggle the bookmark toolbar. Okay, now everything is clean. I'm gonna hit done here, and look at that, it's so clean. But we're not done yet. Okay, I'm gonna go to setting over here. Okay, I'm gonna make the default browser. I'm okay with that. Okay, I'm not gonna need AI. Okay, stop. I'm gonna untick that. Let's see. I don't need an image preview. Okay. So when this feature vertical tabs first released, I tried it, but the problem, the the downside of vertical tabs is that you cannot see the title of the tab. Okay, you can use it like this, but look at this. It takes a lot of space just to see the title of the tab. All right, so if I drag this to here now, okay, it's much more minimal, but I cannot see the title. Bro, I need to see the title of the tab, please. Okay, so now if I do this, it's a little too big, right? It's gonna take a lot of space on my screen, okay? But if I do this, I just see the icon and I can't see the title. Let's say I have two setting. Okay, let's see. I have two new tab. Okay, which one is which one? Okay, I can't differentiate it. Okay, I need to see the title, right? Okay, so stop ranting, Kim. Okay, so I'm not gonna use the sidebar as well. I just need the tab over here and then the URL over here. Okay, I'm gonna close this button now. I'm gonna hide that button. Okay, this is we're gonna deal with this later. Okay, default font. Oh, I don't have Noto phone installed, so let me install that real quick. We're gonna do as xbbs install Noto phones TTF. Alright, so now Firefox should use the Noto font. Yeah, okay. Let's go back to the setting. Okay. Alright, where were we? Okay, from here, I don't need to check spelling, okay? I'm gonna untick that and always ask me where to save the file, okay? I'm gonna need that. Okay, so the user.js file that we do is gonna untick this automatically. Okay, it's gonna untick this, so it's really neat. Okay, I'm not gonna use the home page. Okay, I just want a blank space. Okay, I'm gonna use the URL bar to search. Okay, all right. Disable the page anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna use DuckDuckGo. Okay, I'm gonna use the same for the private windows. Okay, don't need to show this. Don't need this. Okay, so here I'm gonna untick everything here because as you can see, when you click here and you type something, if you don't untick it, it's gonna show over there. Okay, I don't know if it's still the same or not. Okay, so it's not. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna untick it. Alright, untick everything. I don't need you to suggest anything. Okay, strict. Yeah, I like this. Okay, so the user.js file has this option enabled by default. So for you guys that are a little paranoid, you might want to do this. Okay, you want to delete all the cookies every time the Firefox windows close. Okay, but you can make some exception. Let's say you are really paranoid, but you're still using Facebook. Okay, you're gonna whitelist facebook.com over here. So when you close the Firefox window, every cookie is gonna be erased. Okay, but the facebook.com and the HTTPS version of it is not going to be removed. The cookie is not going to be removed. It's a little paranoid, so I'm not going to use it because this is a VM anyway. I'm not going to use these passwords. I have a password manager myself. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to have a video in the future where I talk about my password manager. Okay, I don't need to save payment method, dude. My debit card, dude. You don't need to know that. I know it's just saved on my machine, but I don't want to save it. Okay, I want to type it myself. Okay, I don't want you to save anything. All right, so okay, remember history. You can do this here. If you're paranoid, okay, you can do, let's say, every time you close the Firefox window, it's gonna clear the browsing history. It's gonna clear the cookies, right? Is this option here is still gonna use the whitelist that you list above. Okay, if you want to delete the cookie, right? Just don't remember the history. Okay, this is not my main machine, so I don't need to remember anything. Okay, so location. So every time you, let's say, open maps.google.com, right, it's gonna ask for your location, right? Maybe you're gonna use it, but I'm not gonna use anything related to my location in my browser. Okay, so I'm gonna tick the box here. So the user.js file has already ticked it, so I don't need to tick it anymore. It's gonna not even request. Okay, when it show a pop-up here, gonna request for your permission. The camera as well, I'm not gonna use the camera on my browser. The microphone, I'm not gonna use it. Maybe if you use GC or something like that, you're gonna need to disable this. Okay, we're gonna untick that if you want to use a video call, right? Or maybe Omegle or something like that, right? It's this one. I really hate this button, this feature. Okay, every time I go to Facebook or YouTube or Gmail, it's gonna ask for my notification stuff. Dude, I don't need my browser to show notification. Bro, just disable it. Yeah, the Firefox team, disable this for me. Thank you. Okay, I don't want notification from my browser. Bro, it's just to browse the web. I don't need any notification. Okay, autoplay. Okay, so this one, I'm not gonna block anything. I want everything to autoplay, right? The YouTube videos and all the documentation that I need for my personal need. You know, I want the video to autoplay when I open it. I don't need to click on the the triangle button on the screen. Okay, and virtual reality. What is that? Just block it. I don't use VR, dude. So okay, these option here. Okay, the Firefox team, they have disabled it. Okay, thanks to the Firefox team. Okay, everything here. Okay, I'm gonna enable HTTPS on every window. Okay, we're gonna click here. So if a website is not HTTPS, it's gonna maybe trying to convert it into HTTPS. I think so. I don't know. I'm not a cyber secure guy. Okay, I'm just a musician, dude. I'm a musician. I don't know shit. All right. So we're gonna use max protection, but this option might lower your internet speed. Okay, so you might not want to use this. This is a VM, so I don't really need that much secure, so I'm gonna use this. Okay, sync, I'm not gonna use this. Okay, extension, we gonna want to use as less extension as we can, because websites can know your extensions list, and then they're gonna identify you based on your extension list. Okay, so let's say you have 10 extensions. Okay, you're gonna be stand out. You're gonna be the special one, the guy with 10 extensions, right? So I want to use the least extensions as I can. Okay, the only 2 extension I'm gonna use is uBlock Origin, of course. Okay, you have to use this extension. This is one of the reasons that I stick with Firefox and not Brave or ungoogled Chromium or something. Okay, because of this uBlock Origin. I love this extension. Okay, we're gonna install it and then allow to run on private windows. Of course, I believe you. I trust you. Okay, so don't fail me. uBlock Origin. Okay, the next one I'm gonna use toggle, maybe, I don't know, toggle dark mode, I think. All right, toggle dark mode. Okay, this extension here. Okay, I'm gonna enable it. I'm gonna explain later. Okay. Oh, another one. I'm sorry. I need 3 extension. 3 extension. My English is not that good. Vimium. Vimium C, of course. How can I forget this? Okay, remember Vimium C, okay? It's not Vimium. I think Vimium is a little older. I don't know. I think it's slower than Vimium C. I think so. Alright, we're gonna allow this. Okay. Why is so many things open at the same time? First, we're gonna assign some shortcut, right? If you don't know how to get to that screen, I'm gonna do it again. Let's open Firefox again, and then we're gonna go to here, and then extensions and themes. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna click here and then manage shortcuts. Okay. So in order to toggle dark mode, I'm gonna use Alt Shift D for dark mode. Okay. And then element picker mode. Okay, this mode is really neat. Okay, I'm gonna use Alt Shift X. Okay, as you can see, you might see the button here. Okay, I want to use Alt Shift Alt for everything related to the browser. Okay, so toggle this. We're gonna need this Alt Shift C. All right, and Vimium, we don't need anything for that. Okay, now there are some features that are hidden from us, so you might want to enable it. Here we're gonna go to About, Config, right? And I want the ability to scroll here and change the tab. Okay, so I'm gonna search for switch, right? And you might see here toolkit tab box switch by scrolling. Okay, I want to enable that. Okay, so now when I scroll here, I can change the tab. Look at that. I have 3 tabs and I scroll between them. Dude, why this is not enabled by default? I don't know why, dude. Why is it loading? It's a blank tab, dude. Why are you loading? What? Okay, just forget it. Okay. What else? Okay, so if you go to youtube.com, let's switch to dark mode. Okay, so I can try this plugin over here to toggle between dark mode and light mode. I can click that, and maybe when I reload the page, as you can see, we can switch between light mode and dark mode that easy. Okay, I just gonna hit Alt Shift D, okay, and then I reload the page. It's gonna be light mode again, and then when the page is loaded, I'm gonna hit Alt Shift D again, and then I reload the page. Alright, I'm gonna show you a feature that I want to disable to better my experience. Okay, why is it not happening here? Okay, so it's happening. Okay, as you can see here, the background is being blurred, and here you can see the effect, right? Everything behind this bar over here is gonna be blurred, and that effect use a lot of resources, right? It's gonna tank your performance. I'm using an old thing back. I don't want my performance to be any lower. Okay, so I'm gonna disable the effect. So that effect is gonna be filter. We're gonna look for filter, I think. Okay, yeah, it's here. Layout CSS backdrop. Okay, you might want to search this. Okay, it's gonna be faster, so I'm gonna disable it. Alright, and then when I reload the page of YouTube here, when you scroll down here, alright, as you can see, the thing behind the bar here is still visible. Right, the bar is still translucent, I think, is that the word? Okay, but everything behind it is not being blurred, and we save a lot of performance for that effect, for disable that effect. Okay, yeah, so that is one of the configs that I'm gonna run in this about.config. So this is still not enough for me. Okay, I want to config even more about the UI. Okay, there are some icon here that I can't remove, right? As you can see, if we go to customize toolbar, I'm not able to remove this. Okay, I'm not able to, right? and this icon here, I cannot open it. I cannot remove it, right? And this close icon here, I can't remove it. So now we're gonna see the magic of Firefox, dude. It's the ability to use CSS, dude. Okay, so I'm gonna copy my my own CSS. Okay, we're gonna copy. I have it here. Okay, it's gonna be my CSS for Firefox. Okay, we're gonna copy that from here to .mozilla Firefox, my username. All right, and then when I close this window and I open Firefox again, look at this. Oh, it's so clean. Look at this. Why is this still light mode? Okay, look at that. It's so minimal. Look at this. Everything is just the things that I need, right? I just need the ability to look at my title of the tab, right? And then I just need that menu to access every extensions, right? And then this menu is gonna allow me to go to config the thing, right? This is gonna be the main menu, right? There is a easier way to go to the config menu. Okay, instead of click here and then here, you can press Alt E and then N. Look at that. It's much faster. You don't need to leave the keyboard, right? You just need to hit Alt E N. Look at that. 3 tab. Maybe here you click 2 button. Okay, anyway, so you don't have to use the mouse. All right, now let's say I go to Wikipedia. Okay, I don't know where to go, so I'm gonna go here as an example. We're gonna show you the power of Vimium. Okay, so if I want to click on the English, I'm gonna hit FSS. Look at that. I'm going to the English Wikipedia. All right, if I want to know about this guy over here, he seemed really dangerous. So I'm gonna FLD. Look at that. I'm here. Okay, I can scroll up, scroll down. Let's say I want to click this button over here to move to dark mode. Okay, to change to dark mode. Okay, we're gonna FKE. Okay, we have dark mode. All right, let's say I want to hide that window. I'm gonna have DL. I'm gonna scroll down here. Oh, I want to see another guy. I know that I seen his face before on the previous tab. We're gonna go back. Right, I'm gonna hit Shift and H. All right, we're back. I want to enable dark mode again. F G A. All right, look at that. Oh, okay. I want to see this guy over here. Okay, where is that? Okay, he's down here. I think his name is Mitchell Sabatis. Okay, I'm gonna click on his name. I'm not using the mouse. Okay, I'm just using the keyboard. All right, let's say I'm scroll down. I'm reading. I can hit U to scroll more step, right? I'm gonna hit D to scroll even more down. Hit G to go to the top. Shift G to go to the bottom. Let's say I'm going to go back. All right, I want to see what happened in this year. I'm gonna hit F C. All right, in this year something happened. I'm gonna go back. All right, look at that. It's so fast. Right? I don't need to use the mouse. Oh, I can't see what's here. I'm gonna try to click it. Okay, and click it. Okay, and how do I go back? Okay, this is the tip. Okay, if you want to go back, as you can see, I removed the back and forward button over here. All right, there's an easier way, dude. You don't need to reach there. Okay, the icon is tiny. You just right click and you hit the icon over here, dude. You don't need to click anything over here. Just right click. Okay, I want to go forward. I want to go back. Or maybe on Linux, you can try this. Okay, you click and you're still holding the right click. Okay, you're gonna release over here. It's gonna treat at a click. Okay, I don't know how to explain this. Okay, let's say I right click. Okay, I haven't released the button. I'm gonna move here and I'm gonna release now. Okay, the page is reloaded. Okay, it's gonna treat as you click the button, only one click. Okay, let's say I go here, I want to go back, I'm gonna do this, I go back, I go forward, I go forward, I go forward. Okay, it's so fast. Okay, I want to reload. I reload the page. I go back. I go forward. You click and then you drag over there and you release the button. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the magic of uBlock Origin. Okay, when I press Alt-Shift-X, you're gonna see my cursor has changed. Why is it jumping? I don't know why. Okay, now let's say I don't want to see this, right? Can I remove it? I think so. Let's say Alt-Shift-X, and then I click here. So the parent of this is gonna be bigger, right? It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be the whole zone over here. It's gonna be the parent of the text over here, right? If you remove the parent, you're gonna remove it too, right? So let's drag it even more. It's gonna remove the whole page, all right? So I don't want the parent to be so big, all right? I want just to remove this line, and then I hit create. Look at that, it's removed. Let's say I want to remove this as well. I'm not gonna use the top bar, right? If I go to Google, I just wanna use the search bar over here, right? I want to remove this as well. I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna drag it. Let's see. Okay, its parent is bigger. All right. Okay, I'm gonna remove this and I hit create. Look at that. I remove it. All right. I want to remove the footer as well. I'm gonna remove everything down here. All right. All right. From here, maybe not that. Okay, here. Look at that. The Google page is so simple now. Look at that. I reload the page. Everything stay with me. All right. As you can see, I want to remove this as well. All right, I want to remove the Google logo. Look at that. I want to remove this as well. I don't want to keep anything here. I want to remove everything. Just keep the search bar. Look at this, google.com. Bro, google.com is so clean. Look at this, right? Let's say I search something. I search my name, right? I'm going to search my name. Okay, there's some garbage, right? I don't need this, the setting icon. I don't need this apps icon. I don't need to log in, right? I'm gonna remove it. Let me remove it. All right, we're gonna drag this, right? Make it bigger, make it bigger. All right, from here, I'm gonna review. Oh, so when I remove it, it's gonna look like this. Okay, I remove it. I remove the Google icon or the Google logo as well. Remove it. Look at that. So clean. I'm not gonna use a virtual keyboard, dude. I want to remove it. Look at that. I'm not gonna use voice searching. I'm gonna remove it. I don't need to use Google image to search for anything. I'm gonna remove it. I'm not gonna use the button over here. I'm gonna hit enter. Bro, I have an enter key on my keyboard. I'm not gonna use this. I'm gonna remove it. Right now, everything is so clean. What is it down here? I don't need it. I remove it. Bro, look at that. So clean. And everything you've just removed is being saved in here. Okay, you can, okay, I forgot to show you how to get there. Okay, you click on this setting icon over here. It's gonna take you to the uBlock Origin website. No, the page to configure. Okay, and then filter. Okay, my filters. Okay, everything you removed, the domain name and the thing that being removed, the element being removed is here, right? Let's say I want the Google page to go back to normal, right? I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna delete all the element here, and I'm gonna save it. And now we go to Google again. Everything returned, right? So I don't want, okay, I want it to be clean again. Okay, by the way, you can hit Control S here to save instead of click apply chain, right? Let's say I cut it and I hit Control S, it's gonna save as well. Okay, so you don't need to reach there and click that. All right, now, dude, it's so minimal. I like this. Okay, so let's say I search for Reddit. Bro, Reddit is a mess of UI designing. Bro, look how long it's loading. Okay, it's still loading. The page is not finished loading. All right, pop up here. I don't need you to open to tell me to log in. Okay, I'm gonna remove it. Remove every iframe from accounts.google.com. Okay, remove it. Look at that. I'm not gonna use these element. I'm not gonna use. Why is this still showing, bro? Just gone. Okay, I'm gonna remove this, bro. It's always Google, dude. They always find a way to track you. Okay, I'm gonna click this. All right, now I don't want to log in. I'm gonna remove it. All right, remove it. Look at that. So clean. I don't need the sidebar over here. I'm gonna remove it. Let's make this parent bigger. Okay, let's see how it looks. Okay, look at that. It's so clean, dude. You can make the Reddit page so clean. Look at that. Technically, it's just a HTML file saved on your device, right? You have all the right to clean up the file, right? It's just another file on your device, right? And now, even more powerful, okay? You can select this, let's say this text over here. Okay, something political. I hate political stuff. So I'm gonna write some CSS. Dude, you can write CSS in this. You're gonna use color red. Okay, and in an important, okay, right? Now preview. Why is nothing changing? Okay, I'm gonna change this to everything in this Reddit site. Boom, look at that. You can change the CSS of the page. Look at that. Everything is red now. All the color are red. Look at that. I can change the background of everything, right? I'm not a web designer, but I'm gonna try this. Maybe I'm gonna select everything, and then the background is gonna be blue, and then an important, right? Let me create that rule. It's a little laggy because this is the VM and I'm pushing the limit. There's a lot of calculation need to be done, right? Oh, look at this. You can break the website, dude. You can do a lot of things with just uBlock Origin, okay? That's all for uBlock Origin, okay? It's a lot more powerful, right? You can select all the filter in here. You can click here and everything down here is gonna be expanded, and you can see I can enable experimental filters. I'm gonna enable add guard filter. I'm gonna enable this. Okay, I don't want to be phishing, so I'm gonna enable this. It's gonna block all the phishing URL and stuff. You can do a tons more things with it. This is the best ad block ever. Okay, so yeah, those are the free plugins, add-ons, whatever I'm gonna install on my Firefox. Okay, usually I'm gonna config Vimium C a little more, but I'm not gonna do that in this video. All right, it's a tons more option, dude. It's a lot of options, right? So a lot of things to cover. So yeah, you just take a look, right? Just try things out. Okay, so. And by the way, I'm gonna flex my website. It's gonna be loading real fast. Look at that. Reddit, learn me, study me. How do you say that? I don't know. Okay, look at my website. It's so fast. Okay, I want to go here. Okay, in a blink of an eye, dude. Is that how you say that? Okay, I want to know about me. Okay, is that handsome guy, dude? That guy is so handsome. Okay, I used to study in Australia, dude. Okay, I'm studying music. Okay, by the way. Okay, and now I'm just a guy in Vietnam, planting plants. Okay, take care of plants, dude. So yeah, that's all I do to set up Firefox. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I forgot to talk about two things here. So after you create and configure everything, you can remove the default profiles. You're gonna go to About, Profiles, right? And then down here, you're gonna see the default, and then the default profile, right? You're gonna remove it and delete files to make everything cleaner. Okay, you're gonna do the same for the default profile. Okay, after that, when you go to .mozilla Firefox, you only gonna see some config file and your own directory. There is no default and default user, okay, profiles, right? And I forgot to talk about the most important thing in the video. To install Firefox, you need to do as xbbs install Firefox. Okay, this is the most important thing in the video. Okay, so yeah,